Sonny Wilson. Sonny Wilson now has it. Leroy Blyden will swing it back to Sonny. Sonny Wilson to Xavier Johnson in the corner for three. No good. Number 3, O'Neal with the board. And the Panthers look to push the pace here just a bit. And now I'll have to slow it down and bring it back out. Number 4, Brown has it at the top of the Panthers. Looking to work it around. Into the big guy, Wedlow, sorry. And he'll get another way to go. 6-2, UPrep up. As going into the lane was Sonny Wilson. He was fouled. Sonny Wilson will head to the line for 2. And he makes his first. Nice to see a better start from the line than last night. Struggled at DSL on Friday night. Hopes to get in the groove here. Sonny Wilson knocks down his second. Nice shot there. 6-4. And the Panthers will inbound it real quick so the Cubs could get their substitution, Ryan Hatcher in. Cubs looking to work it around. Sorry, Panthers looking to work around. Number 3, Wedlow with the bucket. Gets it right into Xavier Banks. Xavier Banks on the other end. Nice lay there. 8-6. Cubs still down.
We got UPrep pulling up. No good for number 10. Sonny bringing it up the court. Trying to find something.
Wilson misses the lay. Couldn't get that one to go. Stolen away. Number 3 for the Panthers. As the Panthers are now going to attack here against Gerard McCoy. And he fouls him. Gerard, that was that number 4 to the line for 2.
tough break on Leroy. No 10 able to get that layup.
Test. Test. For some reason, we're not getting any audio through. I know it is. I turned it off. No, it's not. It should be on.
I cannot hear myself.
I can hear you. Yeah. I don't know what's going on, man. Yeah. Cut ball. Put that close.
We have a foul on Leroy Blyden.
Cut.
We're getting audio through.
Ooh, no good from Hatcher in the corner. Rebound with Comedy. Fouled on 4.
Test.
Ooh. Tough bucket by number 3 on Panthers.
Sorry for the technical difficulties to start. We are live from Little Caesars for the end of this first quarter. As the Panthers throw it away, Xavier Banks on the steal and the breakaway. Xavier Banks into the lane. Floater, it's good. Cubs take the first lead of the game with 10 seconds to go in this first quarter. 15-13.
3 ball for the Panthers. No good. 10 the first. We end the first here with U of D up 15-13 against the Panthers. So, Tyler, we've only seen U of D.
Okay. So as we get ready for the second quarter, Coach Donnelly talking to his team. We are courtside. Coach Donnelly not not too happy with his team right now. Cubs shots just not falling like they were at De La Salle.
So Tyler, we've seen UVD be 1 for 6 of the night, of the first quarter on 3 balls. What do you think they're gonna do to change going forward in the rest of the game?
Yeah, hopefully looking for a little more penetration on their before they shoot. Really unpredictable shooting right now.
I mean, we're going against a tough Panthers defense. They have a big guy down low. I think U of D has to find a way to try to eliminate him from the paint so they can keep working down low. And
Absolutely, absolutely. As we get ready to go up for the second quarter. Sonny Wilson inbounds it to Leroy Blyden. Leroy Blyden looks to work it around. They do so. Cubs will get into their little three-man weave formation. And they'll just work it around the perimeter. Cubs passing it around. Sonny Wilson with it now on the wing. Gives it up to Ryan Hatcher. Gets a little bit of penetration going there. Kicks it out to Leroy Blyden. Leroy Blyden back in, and he'll get fouled. And that will remain Cubs ball. Leroy Blyden with it now on the wing. So Cubs swinging it around. Looking to get something going. Sonny Wilson with it in the corner. Swinging around. Xavier Banks with it now. Cubs really just working it around. Kamdi Nwamba is also in the game. Cubs really slowing things down here. Trying to get into their set. Looking for a shot. Xavier Banks floater blocked. Going the other way for the Panthers, number 2.
we have an out-of-bounds ball after the steal, or the block from the number 5 on the Panthers against Xavier. We have Panthers ball out of bounds on the baseline.
Number 4 inbounding the ball, Brown. He gives it up to number 10, Lowry at the top. Lowry for 3, no good. Kamdi Nwamba with the board. Sonny Wilson on the break. Gives it up to Leroy Blyden. Leroy Blyden into the paint on the big man. Gets blocked. Absolute dominant force in the paint. Number 5 is Wedlow. As Sonny Wilson gets a floater to go over him. 17-13, Cubs still up. And Brown will control the ball for the Panthers going down the court. And they'll call a push by Ryan Hatcher. And it will remain Panther ball. Number 10 now for the Panthers. Lowry will control it at the point. Gives it up to Brown. They'll work it around. And he gets number 5, Wedlow, the big man, gets it to go over Xavier Banks, falling down. Tough shot there. Ryan Hatcher now with it in the corner. Sonny Wilson looking to control the court. Cubs just slowly swinging around. Leroy Blyden for 3, off the mark. Another missed shot there for the Cubs. 17-15. Ryan Hatcher now has 2 fouls as Gerard McCoy will check back in for Kamdi Nwamba and Xavier Johnson for Ryan Hatcher. Charlie, what do you think the Cubs need to do to get some offensive momentum in this game?
I think the offense still needs to find a way. They haven't been hitting their shots from the outside, and I think they need to find a way to get the inside. But right now, we've only seen Sonny be able to put it up and in against the big man down low. He's just seems to have a reach to block anyone right now.
Absolutely. And the Panthers now with it up top. Number 4, Brown will control it. Gives it up to the big man, Wedlow. Wedlow over number 3, O'Neal. And they'll just work it around. Number 10 on the drive. Floater, no good. Sonny Wilson with the board. Looks to push the pace here just a bit. He's on the drive. He's in there. A floater. And he'll get fouled. Head to the line for 2. Sonny Wilson heads the line for 2. Sonny Wilson misses his first. Sonny Wilson at the line for his second. Gets his second to go. Good to see for the Cubs, 19-15. And the big man will take it down the court himself, Wedlow. Wedlow with it into the lane. And they'll call a foul. Foul number 1, Xavier Johnson sending number 10 for the Panthers to the line.
First one's going to go for the Panthers.
Nice shot there. Making this an 18-16 game. Second one up. Win early. Number 5 win early. For the Panthers, Wedlow goes early, and that'll negate the free throw. Cubs ball as Blyden will take it down the court. Leroy Blyden now dribbling it around up top, gives it to Gerard McCoy. Sonny Wilson, 3-ball, off the mark again. And they'll say foul on number 4, Marlon Brown. That'll be their 7th. Sorry. That'll be their
Sixth foul.
6th foul. So one more and the Cubs are in the bonus.
Same for the Panthers, though. Cubs got to find a way to discipline themselves.
Quite a high fouling game so far. 5 minutes left in the second quarter. Cubs swinging around. Gerard McCoy looks to get it into Leroy Blyden. He does so. Sonny Wilson gets the tip. Leroy Blyden in the corner. Dribble drive. Nothing going. Spins him around. Puts him in the spin cycle. Gives it up to Gerard McCoy. Gerard McCoy with nice take. Gets fouled going up. A strong take there from Gerard McCoy, wasn't it, Gorski?
It was indeed. And we saw Leroy making a kid look like almost fall over into the cheerleaders.
Absolutely.
Kid has some sandals on him.
So now Gerard McCoy will head to the line for 2 with 4:42 left in the second quarter. Cubs now up 19-16. Gerard McCoy getting ready for a second. Misses there. Leroy Blyden with the board. Floater gets it to go. Works out for the Cubs, and the University Prep Panthers will call a timeout. 4:39 left in the second quarter. Cubs up 21-16. Gorski, what's the one thing you think the Cubs need to look to get ready to fix up there for their second half?
Honestly, I think they need to find a way to. We have them beat on the scoreboard, but I think that it's still a close game, and anything could really happen. We've been able to limit them down low, and from our defense has been looking pretty solid, and so is theirs. So I think we just need to be able to score a bit more. Try to find a way to stop the big man in the post, who has majority of his points, but right now he is sitting on the bench.
Absolutely, like you said, not the prettiest game for the Cubs. They do still lead, but I mean, offensively, not their best. Sonny Wilson almost got a steal there. Tips it around. They might get it. Leroy Blyden finally corrals that one in. Xavier Johnson with it on the perimeter. Gives it up. Leroy Blyden for 3. No good. Just off the mark again. Cubs really struggling with shooting tonight. As the Panthers now get it out and break. Number 11, Devin White has it. Number 10, nice backdoor cut. Lowry misses, though. Nice defense there from Leroy Blyden, and he'll take it down the court. Looks to push the pace. Sonny Wilson, corner. Opts to not take it. He'll drive it in the lane. Leroy Blyden to Xavier Johnson. Another opt to not take it. Gerard McCoy will take it, though, and he comes up quite short. Xavier Banks with the steal and bucket. Nice hustle play there from Xavier Banks, 23-16. That's some tough defense there by Sonny Wilson. And that'll be a foul on him, bumping down all the way down the court, number 21, Cameron Jackson.
Foul on who?
Number 21. And he'll head to the line 1-for-1.
You got both teams in the single bonus now.
3 minutes left in the second quarter. Like we said, high fouling game. He'll miss. Xavier Banks with the board. Gives it up to Xavier Johnson. Xavier Johnson on the fast break. Into the lane. Floater. Looked like it almost got blocked there, but it'll remain Cub ball. Cubs inbounded in. Sonny Wilson with it. Into Xavier Banks. He tips it off his own leg. And Coach Donnelly's forced to take a timeout. Tough one there for Coach Donnelly.
Sitting right next to Coach Donnelly, we've heard a little bit of frustration from him from all the missed shots.
Absolutely not too happy about that. Encouraging his players to, drive first and then possibly take a three.
Find the open look. We don't need to rush anything. Cubs are up by 7 now.
Great math.
3 minutes remaining.
3:39 left in the second quarter. Coming out of this timeout, 5 on the floor for the Cubs, the starting 5. Number 1, Xavier Johnson. Number 2, Leroy Blyden. Number 3, Sonny Wilson. Number 20, Gerard McCoy. And number 24, Xavier Banks. Sonny Wilson will look to inbound for the Cubs under their own basket. And the refs will stop this one. Panthers tried to get a late substitution in. Refs weren't having that. Now Sonny Wilson will get his chance to inbound the ball. Looking to get into Banks, nothing going, so he gives it up to Leroy Blyden around the perimeter, and they'll look to just slow it down as they'll work it around. Leroy Blyden in the corner, thought about a drive, chose not to. Cubs passing around, Sonny Wilson now with it. Back to Blyden. Blyden gives it into Gerard McCoy, Xavier Johnson on the take, and he gets it to go. Nice move there. Little bit of luck from Xavier Johnson. 25-16. 3 minutes left in the second quarter. Number 10 for the Panthers. Dribble drive. Nice move there. And he'll head to the line for 1-1.
We got a nice scrappy game going on between the two teams. 8 fouls for U of D, 7 for the Panthers, all the way just in the second quarter with 3 minutes remaining. How do you think that's going to turn up when it comes to late game now?
I think you could possibly see a few players in foul trouble as Kamdi Nwamba checks back into this game for Xavier Johnson. But as you said, Cubs up 9, but it's just not been the cleanest game on offense by any means.
First one, no good.
He'll miss it. Now the Cubs out on the break. Leroy Blyden controlling it. And he just tosses it away. Panthers on the fast break. Gerard McCoy, only man back, tries to block it, doesn't. Gets tipped around the basket. Xavier Banks, and that'll be tending on Xavier Banks. Kamdi Nwamba. Kamdi Nwamba with tending there. And the Cubs will inbound it as that bucket counts for the Panthers. Probably wouldn't have if Kamdi wouldn't have touched it. As they now work it around as they've been the whole game. Sonny Wilson with a little penetration here. Nothing going, and off ball. Number 3 for the Panthers pushed Kamdi Nwamba to the ground, and that'll be an off-ball foul. Remain Cubs ball. And that'll be 1-1. Condon Nwamba will head to the line. Or sorry, Sonny Wilson will. Sonny Wilson.
Now we have
There we
Conley
go.
coming in. The correct who the foul was against, even though Sonny was the one with the ball.
I thought it was a Condon Nwamba foul. That's why I was kind of surprised by that.
I know. Let's see how Comedy can shoot compared to Sonny. Oh, he makes the first one.
Condon Nwamba with the first make. Sonny Wilson would trot back with the Panther on the other end. And Condon Nwamba makes them both 27-18. Cubs remain up. Good defense there from Gerard McCoy, slowing the Panthers' rush down. Really slow. Condon Nwamba now defending number 21, White,
Ooh.
and that'll be on the floor. On Condon Nwamba sending number 21 to the line for the Panthers. Number 20, Cameron Jackson will head to the line for 1-1. He misses it, and Xavier Banks with a nice board there. Xavier Banks absolutely dominant on the boards. It's the big man for the Panthers has been out of this game for most of the game, actually. Sonny Wilson looks to get a drive going there. Leroy Blyden in the corner, 3-ball, finally gets it to go.
Good.
Nice shot there, Leroy Blyden. Making this a 30-18 game. Cubs pulling away a bit here, and Leroy Blyden gets a block there.
Wow,
Xavier Banks pushing it up to his other seniors. Condon Nwamba on the other end, and Nice gets the nice lay to go. 32-18, and the Panthers will take a timeout. Not too happy about that. Great offense there from the Cubs, just what we were looking for. What do you what do you have to say about that, Gorski?
Honestly, I think that Panthers are a little stunned right now. They're going bananas down there. They don't really know what they're doing. U of D's a bit more put together. They're working the ball better around. Panthers are just trying to find the open shot while the U of D's working for theirs.
Nice, great analysis. But absolutely, Cubs getting a little more offensive momentum here. 32-18, 141 left in the second quarter. And we'll be back with you after this timeout. And we come out of this timeout. Panthers will control the ball. Cubs trying to get in their trap. Number 10 for the Panthers just throws it up there.
Force shot.
Absolutely forced that one. Lowry. Sonny Wilson into the lane. Nice take there. Sonny Wilson on the fast break. Sonny Wilson finally getting some offensive momentum as well. Cubs almost forced a turnover there, and that'll be a foul.
Oh.
I don't know about that one, Gorski.
Did not look like the best foul. It looked almost like a travel to me.
I thought it was a travel as well. But that foul will go on number 2, Leroy Blyden, sending number, I believe, 12?
That puts the U of D fouls into double digits now. 10.
Sorry, number 2 at the line, Tyrone King. He'll make his first.
Misses first.
Sorry. Missed that one. Looked like it went in. Sitting courtside, couldn't even tell. Second one up. He makes that one. 34-19. And Xander Whitler, the big man, for the first time this quarter, checks back into this game. Kind of surprised to see him out for so long.
Almost seems like he might be dealing with a little bit of an injury if he's staying out for that long.
Possibly monitoring his minutes tonight. Sonny Wilson misses a very highly contested layup. Xavier Banks on the rebound, and they'll swing it out. Number 10, Linus Gauman, has checked into the game for the Cubs. And Sonny Wilson will continue to work around the perimeter. Gets it into a wide open Xavier Banks. Xavier Banks, step back floater.
Ooh, no good.
Just off the mark there. Looked like a good one. Shot from here. Couldn't get it to go. Xander Wedlow into the paint. Easily over Kamyan Nwamba. Not much he could have done there. Size matters. And he just tossed it up over Comby's head. 34-21. Linus Gauman now with it on the perimeter, getting pressed hard on defense. Draw McCoy, 3-ball.
Oh, that's good. We got the U of D crowd going bonkers now.
Nice 3-ball there. Gerard McCoy finally gets one to go. 37-21.
Cubs up by 16.
Refs slow this game down. Talk to two players, one from the Cubs, one from the Panthers, getting a little chippy out there. Cubs inbound. Tyrone King now has it. 3 seconds left. Panthers with the forced shot there, nothing going. And that'll be halftime. Cubs up 37-21, and we'll be back in 15 minutes for the second half.
Test. Damn. Test. 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 That's really loud.
Yeah, it is. They keep cutting out the sound.
Well, I can turn our headsets down, so like it's not as loud for us.
Yeah, that's better.
There.
Oh, I see. Wait.
No, he's like, I'm so confused.
Oh, I see him. I see him. I see him. He's behind you.
Dude?
Yeah, behind you. Doing the red with the...
Oh, yeah. Okay. Test.
Yo, you want to plug in my phone?
Oh my god. So dang needy.
Oh, no, I asked one.
So needy. Test. It's not my time.
Yeah, well, it's really loud in the headset.
I know, that's why I'm playing with it, so you're fine.
Like, everything is so loud. No, that's worse.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's better.
You don't like this?
No.
Varsity! That's like the built-in
And we are back for the second half of play. Cubs up 37-21. Coming out of half, Gorski, what do you expect to see from the Cubs?
I am expecting a lot more relaxed play. They just need to be able to hold this lead, but while still being able to put a little bit of pressure. But we have number 5 checking in, the big kid for Panthers checking back in. And I think he's going to cause some commotion down low.
Absolutely. Panthers really struggled with him out of the game for most of that second quarter. Cubs will start with the ball. And the starting 5 for the Cubs on the court are the usuals. Xavier Johnson, number 1. Number 2, Leroy Blyden. Number 3, Sonny Wilson. Number 20, Gerard McCoy. Number 24, Xavier Banks, as he gets it into the high post. Kicks it right back to Sonny Wilson. Sonny Wilson for 3. Off the mark again. Number 11, Devin White with the board. Gives it up to Myron Brown. And he'll look to slow things up. And he'll just help them set up for into their set. Number 11 on the drive. Number Devin White.
Rebound, Leroy.
Xavier Johnson in the lane. Gives up to Banks. Banks, floater. Good. Nice take there, Xavier Banks. Number 3 out on the break. Carmelo O'Neal into the lane. And gets fouled by Gerard McCoy. Tough break there. Thought he could get a jump ball. Gerard McCoy able to get back. Thought it was a jump ball. And that'll send number 3, Carmelo O'Neal, to the line for 2.
First one's up. And it's good.
39-22. University Prep down. Cubs been playing pretty starchy defense. And he'll miss his second. Sonny Wilson will take it down for the Cubs. Gerard McCoy now with it, working around the perimeter. Gives it back to Sonny Wilson. Blyden with it. Into Xavier Johnson. Nice cut. Back door. Toss it over his hands, and that'll go down. UPrep ball. Cubs look to full court press here. Brown with it. Cubs getting ready. The trap. Prep able to break it. Get it down to their big guy. Working on Banks. Banks, nice D. Not going there. Tipped around a bit. Kicked off the foot of the big man, and he finally gets it to go. Great start. Great defense there from Xavier Banks. He just got his own board and just outpowered him. But Leroy Blyden on the other end with the floater for the Cubs. Nice take there. Leroy Blyden gets his shot to go. Panthers fast-paced offense now. And they'll toss it away. Sonny Wilson, 4-on-1. Gives it up to Blyden. Blyden back to Wilson. Wilson, floater, good. Nice take there, Sonny Wilson. Jeef, only one back. Number 5, the big man, Walden tried to dunk. Nothing going. Leroy Blyden, another floater on the other end. Fast pace. Oh, something you don't see often from the Cubs. Panthers forcing him out and running. He runs right into Banks, and they'll call a foul. Xavier Banks. Wow. Lots of offense there, Gorski, eh?
That was a lot of just back and forth, fast break after fast break.
Finally get something slowed down here. Xavier Banks just had a step in the lane, hoping for a charge. Instead, it was called a blocking foul, as the Panthers will now have it out of bounds under their own basket.
Number 4 inbounds.
Gives it up to the big guy, guarded by Sonny Wilson. Bit of a mismatch here. He knows it. He takes it right in. Misses. Number 3 with the board. O'Neal gets his shot to go. And now Sonny Wilson looks to push the pace a bit for the Cubs. Opts to slow it down now. Xavier Johnson now with it into the lane. Floater over the big man. No good. Xavier Banks with the board. Couldn't secure it. It was tipped around. Marlon Brown with it out on the break. Into number 10. Leroy Blyden picks his pocket. Xavier Banks out and running. Nobody around. Just lays it up there. Nice play there from Xavier Banks. Knew he couldn't dunk it. Just took the 2 points. 47-26. Cubs pulling away here. Number 5. Xander Wedlow with it in the paint. He gets fouled. And he'll head to the line for 2. And that'll be 3 on Xavier Banks. And the third in this quarter. Xander.
So, Tyler, as we've seen tonight, a lot of missed threes by both teams. What do you think that could be contributed toward?
I feel like it could be to the fact that they're in a larger arena than used to. So that could screw with their depth perception just a bit. So I feel like that's why both teams missing a lot of outside shots.
I think another big reason is the second three-point line is 3 feet back for the NBA teams, and they have both. And we've seen a lot of deep threes from Leroy, Sonny, and they haven't been able to drop. I think that they need to know that they can work their ways in and that the court is not as big as it looks.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Like you said, bigger court as well. Might be hurting them just a bit. Wedlow's second misses. Kamdi Nwamba with the board. Cubs out and running. Sonny Wilson, backdoor cut. Couldn't get it to him. And they'll just slow it down again. Xavier Johnson on the drive. Gets it tipped away. And that should remain Cub ball. And the outside ref will correct that call, and it will remain Cub ball. Sonny Wilson to inbound the ball for the Cubs underneath their own basket. Kamdi Nwamba and Ryan Hatcher both checked into the game a couple seconds ago. Xavier Johnson shoots a nice little shot right over the big man. Gets it to go. Nice shooting there. Brown with it. Forcefully down the court. Big man Wedlow gets blocked by Kamdi Nwamba. Big block there. Gets his own board.
Ooh.
Forces another ugly shot. Nothing going there. You tell her not to have Sonny Wilson, other end. Oh! Fancy layup there. Sonny Wilson attempted. Couldn't get it to go. Kamdi Nwamba with the board. Got that one to go. Some nice offensive momentum for the Cubs. As the Panthers will try and slow them down and take a timeout. 51-26. Cubs up. And Gorski, what have you seen that you liked from the Cubs?
I'm seeing a lot of fast-paced offense, and I like it a lot. We're ahead by 25 now. It's a high score, not too high scoring game, but U of D we've been able to stop the Panthers easily, and we've continued to do our stuff.
Absolutely. They were stopping them easily in the first quarter as well. They just couldn't get their offense to start. Finally got it jump-started here in the third quarter, and been cruising from there. 51-26, 4 minutes left in this third quarter, and we'll be back with you in a second. As we get back ready to go here, Panthers will inbound the ball. The Cubs enter the court. Cubs look to full court press. Here comes the trap. Sonny Wilson, Leroy Blyden with it. Let him out. And that'll be a stepped out of bounds. University Prep, and it'll go down Cubs ball. And they'll look to just slow it down here now. Leroy Blyden, nice fake pass, got him to bite. And they'll call travel. Ryan Hatcher in the corner. Not too sure about that one.
Ryan did not look too happy about that one. But him and Leroy are up there on the press against number 4 and number 10.
Brown with it, calling for somebody to come help. Nobody can get open. He just tosses it out there. Sonny Wilson with the steal. Easy one there. And that'll be a foul on number 21, Cameron Jackson. And it'll remain Cub ball, inbounded around the half-court line. Sonny Wilson now with it. He'll look to work it around. Bit of a drive there, nothing going. Kicks back out to Leroy Blyden. Leroy Blyden, Ryan Hatcher in the corner. Thought about shooting it. Travels
Another
again.
travel.
Uncommon for Ryan Hatcher. I don't know if he's getting a little happy in that corner. Really wants to shoot the ball.
I don't know. Maybe he's not used to. I can tell that Sonny and Leroy have definitely been slowing down this pace, and maybe Ryan's just trying to
Push it a bit. Yeah, interesting there from Ryan Hatcher as he'll now guard up. Cubs into their trap defense. Nothing going. Nice tip away, Xavier Johnson. Xavier Johnson on the break. Tries to throw it down, gets
Ooh.
absolutely mugged going up. Wedlow from the Panthers mugs him on the way up, and he'll go to the line for 2. Xavier Johnson, you can tell he really wanted to throw that one down.
Yeah, we've seen him throw it down a few times over the year, but I don't think he's going to be able to put it up over against 6'9", number 5.
Yeah, he's quite the big guy. So as Gorski said, that foul will be on Xander Wedlow, number 5. And Johnson will head to the line for 2, 51-26. Cubs up, 33:30 left in this third quarter. Johnson converts on his first. For the Panthers, number 4, Myron Brown, and number 2, Tyrone King will check in. And Johnson will get ready to shoot his second. Violation?
I saw a little bit of violation on number 5 there, stepping over into Leroy's territory, but no.
Couldn't agree more. I thought it was quite obvious, and I thought the ref had it, and let it go.
I know Donnelly saw it. He was complaining about that one.
Absolutely. Coach Donnelly not too happy about that one, as they were able to push the ball all the way down the court, and that'll be a foul. Kamdi Nwamba. Tough break there, and it looks like there's some water on the court. As they're looking to clean up some water, it looks like by the Panthers bench.
Yeah, it looked like Kamdi got in the jaw. I don't know if it was because of the water and maybe slipped.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. And now there's another whistle. And they're saying Xavier Johnson was holding before the ball was inbound, and that'll be his third of the game. As another errant pass from the Panthers, number 10 from the Panthers travels, Tyler Lowry, and it'll be a turnover, Cubs ball. Cubs really forcing the pressure tonight. Lots of turnovers and a high fouling game still. As the Cubs will now control the pace, Sonny Wilson with it. Gives it to Johnson in the corner. Looks like he gets trapped. Swings it back around. Ryan Hatcher tries to dish it. He does so. Xavier Johnson back with it up on top. Cubs just working around the perimeter, looking to get into their big man, Kamdi Nwamba. Sonny Wilson will take that one himself. Not too happy he didn't get a foul call, but it remained Cubs ball. Cubs. Sonny Wilson looking to get at someone. Ryan Hatcher finally just flashes out, and he'll control it around half court. Slowly just working around. Sonny Wilson now with it. Paint move. Sonny Wilson, step back floater. No good. Kamdi Nwamba almost got the board there. Just had to tip it around. Although number 3 from the Panthers was able to pick it up. Cameron O'Neal and take it all the way down himself. Gets stopped finally. Kicks it back out. Brown into the lane. Nothing going here for the Panthers. Just chucking up errant shots. Number 11 with the last one. Couldn't get it to go. And it was tipped around, and it will go down. Cubs ball. Lots of wild shots here from the Panthers late. Gorski?
They're just trying to find some hope, trying to get something lucky, maybe get a little string of points together. But Cubs defense is locked down. They can't put up a smart shot.
Absolutely. Really struggling for points here as Cubs offense just keeps getting warmer and warmer. As Gerard McCoy has now checked into the game for Xavier Johnson. Sonny Wilson in the lane, and he'll get fouled on the drive. No shot. And it'll be Leroy Blyden to inbound the ball for the Cubs. 2 minutes left in this third quarter, 52-26. And he'll just throw it away. Number 2 with the steal. Tyrone King. Number 10 going all the way. Ooh. Tyler Lowry over Gerard McCoy. Tough break there. Cubs trying to get out in fast break. Leroy Blyden just tosses it over Kamdi Nwamba's head. And it'll go UPrep's ball. Not what you really like to see. Cubs maybe up big right now, but looks like the UPrep offense might be getting a little bit of momentum back. Tyrone King controls it for the Panthers up top into the lane, takes himself and one.
Bassett's count.
Quite the questionable shot there and call. Similar shot that Sonny just took on the other end, and they said it was on the floor, and this one was shooting.
Now it looks like we have Linus checking in for, my guess, Leroy with the most fouls.
And Tyrone King gets it to go, and Linus Galman will check in for Leroy Blyden. Linus Galman, fan favorite. And Conley Nwamba Conley Nwamba will inbound for the Cubs. And Sonny Wilson will control it as they look to just keep working around the perimeter. And number 10, Tyler Lowry, get the steal into the paint, and he'll travel.
There we go.
Had the fast break. Had me worried there a bit. Got the steal, got some offensive momentum going.
It just gets stopped. Either they can't finish the layup or they just
Absolutely.
good defense.
So Sonny Wilson now will have it. And he gets it almost stolen away. He was trying to pass it to Gerard McCoy. That pass almost intercepted. University Prep with some tight defense. Linus Galvin shakes him out of his shoes to Ryan Hatcher in the corner. Bit of a bad pass. Couldn't get the shot up. Ryan Hatcher into the lane. Will get fouled. Number 4, Brown. And that'll be another foul on the floor. Ryan Hatcher a bit slow to get up. Up now. 52-31, 54 seconds left in this third quarter. Dominating offensive performance coming out of half for the Cubs. Really able to separate themselves in this game. Ryan Hatcher now has it. And he'll travel again. Looks like he's having a bit of a problem with his ankle. It almost looks like he went down to grab, or he's tying his shoe maybe. But it looks like Coach Donnelly will send Javier Johnson to go get him. Linus Galman now controls it for the, Linus Galman on defense. Number 2 for the Panthers takes it right in the lane. That'll be a foul. Conley to Nwamba, and he'll head to the line for 2. Hard foul.
That is 7 fouls now for U of D. Looking like
Number 2, Tyrone King at the line for 2. King with it. He makes his first.
we got a second shot from Mr. King. And no good. Rebound. Comedy.
Misses that one. 33 seconds to go in this third quarter. Sonny Wilson pull up 3. Get that one to go. Another tough miss for Sonny tonight. Not really too locked in for the 3-ball draw. McCoy getting his hands active in the passing lane, tips it around. And that'll be a timeout. He'll give it to UPrep.
Ooh.
I'm not too sure about that one, Gorski.
It looked like Comedy was on that ball too. Should have been a jump ball, at least from my point of view.
Agree.
Comedy was there when the whistle blew. I don't know when the timeout was called, but
That'll be a third timeout. We'll be back with you in 30 seconds. And coming back out of this timeout, it will be Panther ball. And they'll look to inbound it under their own basket. Number 5, Wedlow will have it.
8 seconds left in this third quarter. Jerome McCoy on the take, nothing going.
No good.
And with .2 seconds to go, they just chuck it down there. And that'll be the end of this third quarter. 52-32. We'll be back.
Lost a little bit of that lead, though. 5 points.
Sweet. For this fourth quarter of play. Panthers inbound, get right into Wedlow. Wedlow makes that one. Quick points there. 52-34. And Sonny Wilson now will control the ball at the top for the Cubs. And that'll be a carry. Sonny Wilson thought about passing to Jerome McCoy, wasn't ready for it. Tried to gather the ball. Couldn't have to get that to go. Brown now has it. Linus Gauman guarding King at the top. King in the lane. He gets fouled.
Ooh.
Hard. Linus Gauman and him went to the pad underneath the basket. So number 2, King will go to the line for 2, makes his first.
Tough foul on Linus. He fell hard too. We'll see how he's doing. He's not a normal. He doesn't normally play this much, and right now he's been doing all right.
King makes his second as well, making this a 52-36 game. Cubs still up big, but that lead they had to start that in about the middle of that third quarter has shrunk. Let's go with that. Xavier Banks now has it into the paint. Swings back out. Jerome McCoy for 3.
And it's good. Holy guacamole. That was a great shot by Jerome McCoy.
Jerome McCoy with a nice shot there. 2 threes out for the night for him. As number 3, O'Neal will take it all the way to the other end and score. So quick answer there from the Panthers. Sonny Wilson with it into the lane. Sonny Wilson dribble drive back to Jerome McCoy. Heat check. Way off the mark there. Jerome McCoy with a little too much energy there. Gerard McCoy, number 10, Lowry, easy drive there for more points for the Panthers, 55-40. Cubs still up. Struggling a bit here on defense, gives it up to Xavier Banks. The big man gets stuffed.
Ooh.
And the Panthers are out on the fast break. Lowry again, and he gets pushed in the back.
Oh.
And hit the line for 2, 6:22 left in this fourth quarter, 55-40. And that foul was on Gerard McCoy, I believe. That'll be his third, as the timeouts call a full timeout. And we'll be back with you in a minute.
And we are back after that break, and that is U of D's 9th foul with 6 minutes remaining in the fourth. Looks like we're getting into some foul trouble, even though Panthers only have 4 right now.
High fouling game right now. Cubs Cubs have 3 to 4 players right now with 3 fouls. As number 10 Lowry misses his first. Getting ready to attempt his second.
Puts it up, and that one will count.
Gets that one to go. Xavier Banks will quickly grab it, and the Cubs will inbound it. Sonny Wilson will now control for the Cubs, and he'll work it down the court. Sonny Wilson into the lane. Nice take himself. Nice lay there, Sonny Wilson.
Nice little spin move on that one.
And looks like the Cubs will four-court press. Sonny Wilson on number 2, Tyrone King. And they'll look to break it easily. Number 3,
Oh, another
Camilo
foul.
O'Neal into the lane. And as Gorski said, another foul on Banks. Xavier Banks with 4 fouls. 5:55 left in this fourth quarter. He's got quite a few fouls tonight.
Yeah, Xavier's in some foul trouble. I don't know how they're going to, because Panthers have their big guy in, and right now we've only been able to see that Xavier's been the only one that can really stop him. And without Xavier, this might get a little bit closer.
Absolutely, Xavier Banks into the lane on the other end. He gets a nice floater, as Gorski said, to go over the big guy, Wedlow. Cubs looking to double team. Banks gets absolutely done, and the nice pass there. And Wedlow will slam that one down. Really hard to defend him. And that'll be a 5-second violation.
Oh.
Tough break there. Hasn't been called all night. Cubs coach is not too happy about that. And Kamdi Nwamba will now check out of this game for Ryan Hatcher. Xavier Banks will stay in. I thought he would be the one checking out. He stays in as number 10. Tyler Lowry has it. And now Kamdi Nwamba heads back to the table. I'm assuming they took out the wrong guy. I think he was meant to come in for Banks. Banks playing with 4 fouls. Have to be gentle here, and he is. Panthers able to score 59-45. Panthers starting to close that lead just a bit.
Sonny working around the top. Tries to find something, puts it up, and it'll count.
Floater, Sonny Wilson gets that one to go. Nice take there.
Puts U of D in 60s.
Sonny Wilson been the one-man show on offense tonight. And he's missed quite a few shots, and that'll be a foul. Ryan Hatcher looked like a clean steal there. They'll say that was a Ryan Hatcher foul, and that'll be his third, sending number 2, King, to the line for 2.
11. Yeah, 11 to 4. I didn't know that.
To go, as Sonny Wilson will now control it for the Cubs. Get King to fall. Sonny Wilson in the lane, and they'll call it a charge. Sonny Wilson, another foul.
Refs are call happy today, or at least starting in this fourth quarter.
Foul happy. I mean, that's, I think, 12 fouls the Cubs have in this second half, and Panthers only with 4, so.
U of D bench is very upset about all these calls.
Lots of questionable calls here tonight. And that'll be another
Another one. 2 shots.
That'll send Carmelo O'Neal to the line for 2. Foul on Kambi Nwamba. Sorry, that foul was on Leroy Blyden, and that's his 4th. So Cubs got 2 guys with 4, and I think 3 more with 3. O'Neal misses his first. If only UPrep could make a free throw, this would be one close game.
Cubs lead still dwindling, though. Only up by 13 now.
Nice math.
It was correct.
As he's able to make his second, 61-48. Cubs able to break the press. Ryan Hatcher floater gets denied. Wedlow with the block, and it'll remain a ball. Sonny Wilson inbound for the Cubs underneath the basket. Wilson with the inbound, looking to get something going. Ryan Hatcher just has to flash again. He's got the ball now high. Looking to slow things down. 3:57 left in this 4th quarter, 61-48. That's a foul. Number 0. Number 10, Tyler Lowry for the Panthers. That'll be their 5th of the game only. And Sonny Wilson will inbound on the sideline for the Cubs. Looking to get into someone. Finally gets into Kambi Nwamba. Kambi Nwamba gives it right back. Sonny Wilson passes it around. Cubs looking to get some penetration here. Ryan Hatcher now with it on the wing. Cubs swinging it back around. Really starting to slow things down. 3:25 left in this 4th quarter. Real physical out there.
Cubs trying to find something. Panthers really just trying to not let them get into the post where Cubs like to shine.
They might not be letting them get any penetration, but they need the ball if they're going to try and score. Sonny Wilson floater, no good. That'll send him to the line for 2. Fouled on the way up. 3 minutes left in this 4th quarter. 61-48. Sonny Wilson makes his first, as Xavier Banks will now check back into the game for Kambi Nwamba. Sonny Wilson for his second. Gets it, doesn't make it. Xavier Johnson with the board though, and they'll kick it back out, and they'll slow it back down. 2:55 left in this game, trying to run some clock here. Sonny Wilson isolated all the way in. Nice shot there, and couldn't get it to go. Xavier Banks couldn't crowd that board. Looks like Coach Donnelly not too happy. Sonny Wilson turned that play kind of into an isolation. And that'll be
Good defense. Steal.
Xavier Johnson on the break.
Hey!
Xavier Johnson slams that one down.
Big dunk on the fast break.
Xavier Banks with the block on the other end. And then number 3, Carmelo Anthony comes in wildly, and that'll be fouls 5 Xavier Banks, and he'll be done for the game for tonight. Bit of a questionable one there. Kind of came out of control, came out of nowhere from half court.
I mean, we've seen all these fouls pile up within the last 4 minutes of the 4th quarter, and Coach Donnelly's very upset, and I can tell that the players are too. They feel like they're getting these unjust calls by the refs, and
absolutely, Xavier Banks comes walking back to the bench, head shaking, hands thrown in the air. Doesn't understand how that was a foul, as he will miss that one. 64-48. Cubs ball. Gerard McCoy has it in the high post, and they'll call, I don't know.
2 shots.
No. It was 2 shots, and they only shot 1.
What?
So they'll go back and shoot the second shot because the Cubs have over 10 fouls. Double bonus.
Refs made a little bit of a mistake there. Thought it was 1-1, and he missed his first one.
So that will send number 2, King, to the line for his second attempt. Gets it to go. 64-49. Cubs look to slow it down here as the Panthers are now in a fast break. Cubs able to break it easily. Sonny Wilson will now pull it back out for the Cubs. Sonny Wilson into the lane. Nobody guarding him, and he'll pull it right back out. Looks like the Cubs look to just waste some time here. Cubs working around the perimeter. Double team Ryan Hatcher now. And the Panthers will get the steal. Hard D there. But then number 4, Brown, will cough it right back up. Kamdi Nwamba into the lane.
And it's
Two-point
good.
Nice lay there. Kamdi Nwamba off the steal from Gerard McCoy. Gerard McCoy, not called too much tonight. Had those 2 threes early. But an absolute hustle player for the Cubs tonight. Brown pulls up the 3 way short. Air ball. And Coach Donnelly will call a 30-second timeout. So we'll be back with you in 30 seconds. And we come back from the out of this timeout. Sonny Wilson will have it for the Cubs, and they'll look to slow things down. Sonny Wilson into the lane, never mind, and he'll get fouled on the way up, and he'll have the line for 2.
Sonny happy they called that one. Would have been very surprised if refs would have let that one go after all the fouls, I guess, called on U of D.
Absolutely. Sonny Wilson converts on his first.
Cubs up by 18. Looks like this game it's going to be going in the books. 1 minute, 15 seconds remaining in the 4th.
Sonny Wilson on his second attempt gets it to go. And the Panthers will look to probably push the pace here, as they need to get some offense started if they want to even close in this game up. And that'll be a foul. Ryan Hatcher. And that'll be his 4th. High fouling game here as Linus Galman will now head to check in.
And they missed the first. Panthers just have not been able to knock down these free throws, and I think that U of D's had so many foul calls, and they've been able to go to the line so often that if they made these free throws, I think this game would be looking a lot different.
Absolutely. I mean, what if you multiply 14 times 2? That's how
Yeah.
many points they've missed tonight.
That's the second one missed again. And another foul called.
Another bad substitution for the Cubs. Colin Wamba will actually come out now. Ryan Hatcher back into the game. And the Panthers will toss it away to Hatcher. Hatcher up to Sonny Wilson. Wilson!
Hey!
That one
Slams it down.
just barely got up there. As making this a 70-49 game. 52 seconds left in this one. It looks like the Cubs look to just close it out here. Defensive play. Ryan Hatcher almost got the steal there. Probably would have finished it. Remains Panthers ball. So they'll inbound on the side. Next game you'll see on the sportscast is hopefully Friday against Rice. Big game for the Cubs. That'll be for control over the Catholic League. As number 11, Devin White will just chuck one, a deep three up there. 70-49, 35 seconds to go. Sonny Wilson.
Tried to spin that ball for the pass. Did you see that?
It was a
Puts it in both hands, spins it down to Ryan Hatcher, but just gets knocked out of bounds.
tried a real hard pass there. As Gorski said, just barely missed it. And now the Panthers will take it down the court. And number 3 come out. Anthony will get up there and throw it down.
Got a lot of subs coming in for UVD now. We got a lot of the young guys coming in, freshmen, sophomores, a few juniors.
Gorski, this is all you, man, for these last 19 seconds. I only know like 2 of these kids.
We have Bobby Crane, number 22, checking in. Charlie Kuro, number 14, checking in. Justin Freeman, number 5, and Jaden Garwood, number 23, along with
Who's that? 5, Justin Freeman.
number 15, that is David Heron. 3 ball from Jaden Garwood, no good. Rebound, Charlie Kuro gives it back to David for another shot, and it's good from mid-range.
And that's the game. Cubs win 72-51. Routine win here for the Cubs. And Gorski, what do you think was the key for tonight?
I think that honestly, it's almost a little bit Panthers' fault. They had the shots with all the free throws, and Cubs kept doing what they were doing, just had a bit too much foul trouble. And if Panthers hit those free throws, I think we'd be looking at a very different scoreboard right now.
Absolutely, like you said, lots of fouls. And I think that, like you said, really hurt the Panthers here tonight. Can't let that happen against that Rights on Friday, though.
No, we really need to stay locked in on, and I'm sure Coach Donnelly will be almost pretty upset at these players, even though they came out with this win. Just a little too many fouls and just not as smart as play as we're normally used to with the
Absolutely.
UP Cubs.
So we will be back hopefully Friday night. I'm Tyler Sankwitz,
And I'm Charlie Gorski.
and we'll have a good night.
Thank you.